This is a recording of the BLK360 scanner and capabilities and what we could do to take. This is an example of reality capture of a building using the scanner. And the new Leica software, which has taken me about 20 hours per week for 4 weeks to learn to use, but it's been worth it. So here's a site map of a biotech building in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And we can look at sort of a 3D model, in this case the interior, right? And navigate about it. Or choose the exterior, look at that set of scans. Right? So the largest problem was the relationship of the building to the land and the stairwells and entries. So what I've done here is create what are called they're section boxes, limit boxes, and you can create them within a system of scans to examine in section. Let's make them visible in the view. So the two stairwells that I care about, that I need to understand with some level of exactitude, right, are the system at the entry there and the one at the rear of the building. And later on, naturally, we will connect the two to the earth. So the software allows you to isolate those. We can make them both active and then make them invisible. I'm going to pause this. Make the boxes themselves invisible, but the section that they represent active. So now I can examine the two spaces. Because these are based on point clouds, I can take a tape measure to any 2 points in the space and determine, the distance from each other. Most importantly here, I need to understand the floor-to-floor height, which would be the D, the delta, and the Z direction, 13.5.5. Actually, I want to select the floor to floor. See, this is actually the structure beneath. So we have 13.8 and 7/16. We have a high level of confidence. Let's turn that off. We have a high level of confidence in the floor-to-floor height of that stairwell. Let's look at the other. A little tricky grabbing, establishing a pivot point, but once you do, so here I am in that stairwell, which I've measured several times, and now I get the floor-to-floor height of it. Did I write that down? 13.8. There's the top floor and there's the base floor. I could pick any level. So there's a differential. Alright, so the difference is 14.4. I don't want this to go too long. 4 and 7/16. Usually measure 1 or 2 times, and then I will go back to the site today to conduct an actual and drop a tape from level 1 to level 2, or take the do a laser measure. So you usually want to do this a couple times to make certain. 14.4.5. So the difference between a 1/2 inch and 7/16 of an inch is 1/16 of an inch. So that level of tolerance we can live with. Again, the whole building, if we wanted to see the entire building, then we turn off. You have to unclick the measure tool, right? These are just the limit boxes that we're looking at for the 2 stairwells. But there's a whole system that was stitched together that negotiates between the 2 stairwells and the earth. That's represented by, let's deactivate limit boxes and go back to the bundle cloud, site map. Select the exterior. And it also allows you to, if you forget where that point was that you measured, you can select the individual points and then go to them. And but what we're seeing is a layer of photographs, but the underlying basis is a point cloud, so that a measurement taken on the photograph, for instance, the height of that door, which would be the delta, right, of the Z. Even if I didn't get it precisely, it's a 7-foot door. Okay, well, let's stop there.